What's up, YouTube? Peanut. I want to do a quick review, opinions on the JW2000. This is a 12 gauge coach gun by Century Arms with the 20-inch barrels. I think this was made in China, so it looks like a walnut wood. It is actually wood. It's got a really nice rubber butt plate. Guess that attaches like any other one. The wood's real nice on it. It's got checkering. Checkering's not real aggressive. There's checkering on the foregrip. It's just your regular old shotgun. It comes really stiff out of the box. And I've done this 1,000 times trying to loosen it. About 50 times a day. And it's still really stiff. So, I don't know. I haven't shot it yet. I'd take it out and shoot it today, but it's raining. This is one where the safety doesn't automatically come on because it doesn't automatically cock. But it's got the hammers, which work perfectly. When they're in, they automatically go to a half cock position. I don't know if you can see it, but that won't move after it's fired or after it's cocked. They stay in that position. It's like a half cock position. They won't move. Now, if I pull on a trigger, they'll move. So that's kind of a nice safety feature. They automatically default to that half cock position till you cock them. And then boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite. Of course, it does have safety on it. I outfitted mine with a sling, just a regular black sling. Simply because it had sling mounts. You know, these come with sling mounts. And it's my OCD in me that says if it's got sling mounts, you gotta put a sling on it. I got a really good deal on this. I got this for $269. Can't remember where I found it, but there's online gun search engines that allow you to search what gun you want and find the cheapest retailer. So I got it for $269 with free shipping, and that was far and above cheaper than anybody else. My local FFL, my local brick and mortar shop couldn't get it for me because I would have bought it from them first, regardless of the price, within, you know, $50 or so. Excuse me again. They couldn't get it for me. They were all sold out. I guess I drug my feet too long on ordering it or saving my money to get it. Normally they're about $3 and some change. So I found it for $269 online. No sales tax, no shipping, free shipping. I bought it, $269. Wow. It is a 12 gauge. And I wanted it. I'm gonna go get some, but it's raining. It's a really pretty, seems to be a very high quality made gun, and believe it or not, in my opinion. The worst two qualities of this gun is one is very stiff out of the box, very stiff. That's not really necessarily a terrible thing because it's better to be stiff than loose. And it will loosen up, it'll break in. And it says made in China on this barrel, and it says ZZ China on this barrel. So for some reason they felt the need to put China on both barrels, both sides. Some of the writing, it says on the receiver, read owner's manual before use lead shot only. Yeah, right. JW2000, and it has a serial number. Made in China. CAI, Georgia, Vermont, VT. And this side it says 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch or 3 inch chambered, ZZ China. And of course it said made in China on the other side. Other than that, it's got a nice red dot for the safety. You know, it's got a lot of features you would think that would cost more. Why I haven't shot it? I don't shoot a whole lot. Ammo's expensive. I know what a shotgun shoots like. I haven't had anything to destroy or feel the need to shoot it. I know it will, and I will shoot it one of these days, but I have a couple guns. Three or four or five guns I own I haven't shot yet. This is one. I've shot in some of my used double barrels just to make sure they work. Now I have every faith that this thing works. Is it worth... when I went to pick it up, my FFL charged me $40 to pick it up. So that took it to $310. Is it worth $310? Compared to a $500 Stoeger, which a $500 Stoeger you'd have a little bit more in with sales tax and the fees. You'd have 35. You'd have about 5.5 in it probably with sales tax and all that. Is it worth $300 or $3 1/4, $350? Well, I haven't shot it yet. But just looking at it, my impressions of it, heck yeah. Heck yeah, you know. It's a gorgeous gun. A lot of people who have them review them. They review them very well. Everybody likes them. Nobody has any real problems with them. You know, some isolated problems here and there. It's a good overall gun. You know, not taking into consideration I haven't shot it, but I'm sure it's going to shoot just fine. Why wouldn't it? If it doesn't, I'll fix it. It's real pretty with that dark wood and the black, or bluing, whatever you call it. It looks black. The sling, I would suggest if you have one, put a sling on it. Why not? You might need to carry that someday. You might need to keep your hands full. Anyway, those are my impressions of it. I didn't measure the choke, and I'll stop the video and grab my mic. Okay, so I grabbed my mic. I got a cheap one, but it works. We're going to see what these inner cylinders measure. Now, to measure these, I got to do it left-handed, just where the mic is. The left cylinder is 0.72. Right cylinder is 0.72. I believe that is... Well, there I got a 0.73 back to 0.72. They're plastic tabs there on the mic, so there's going to be a little bendage. Overall, the average is 0.72. And I believe that means, correct me if I'm wrong, that it has absolutely no choke. It's just an open cylinder, which is good. Means I can shoot slugs, whatever. Lead shot only? I don't think so. It's getting some buckshot out of it. For not shooting it, I've already got a little bit of wear from that hammer. You can see it. Just a little bit of wear. Just from 20, 30 times cocking it. I had some snap caps I've fired on, practice loading and unloading. Just a little bit. Doesn't seem to wobble too much, the hammer. Probably not a whole lot I can do with that. Probably not a whole lot I want to do with it. I don't want to work on a new gun. It's never, ever, ever going to be a collector's item. People are going to buy these and keep them safe, and they're going to shoot them, and some people are going to buy them and never shoot them, and they're just never going to be worth more than what you paid for them. Maybe in 100 years, if they're still in this condition, you'll get a lot, but it's the absolute very low end of side-by-side shotguns. This is the cheapest you can go. And you know what? I've heard from some gun shops that the Cimarron is actually pretty crappier. Is pretty crappy compared to this one. This one is really pretty good quality. It's stiff, but that just means they made all the tolerances tight. That's not a bad thing. It sucks when you try to, shoot fast. But there's some things you can do, some things you can polish it. It's really not that bad. I gotta take it out and shoot it. And I would shoot it today if it wasn't raining, but my overall opinions is yes, I like it. Whether or not you buy one, well, that's up to you. Is that what you want, a hammered gun? You know what I mean? This wasn't the first gun I bought. This was probably third or fourth or double barrel I bought. So I had other ones that met my needs, and this was something, a novelty that I just wanted. I wanted that look. That old Western short stagecoach hammered look. I didn't want to pay a lot for it. I'm not a professional shooter. I'm not even an avid shooter. That being said, the competition, the Cimarron, $500. Watch reviews, excuse me. I had a gun owner tell me that he got one in, he had to send it back. He got another one in, he had to send that back. It took him three times till he got one that was acceptable for him to sell to a customer. But he said that these JW2000s are pretty solid. He really thinks that they're good quality. The Stoger, you can get a Stoger for $500 at Dick's. You could probably get them other places, but I know Dick's you can get them for $500 with the nickel-plated barrel, nickel-plated receiver, and wooden furniture. That was the first double barrel I ever bought, was one of those, because I wanted one, and it's a beautiful gun. That one's the only double barrel I have that has screw-in chokes. And I have improved cylinder in both sides. I didn't mix it up. I got them both the same. Again, that's the OCD in me. You got to have them both the same. But I have other chokes for it. But I think that's probably would be my favorite gun. And rather than spend $350 on one of these, if it was $350, I would sooner spend $550 on the Stoger for the first gun. But if you're going to buy one down the road, or if you don't want to spend that much, hey, go check one out. See if you got a buddy that's got one. Look at it and shoot it. Or just go look at one. Well worth the money. I'd give it 2 thumbs up. If it wasn't raining, I'd go out and shoot it. Maybe I will, and I'll add it to this video. Thanks for watching.